Face of Trade Tables, and we're here today with our really good friend, teammates who went undefeated at locals today, playing his cool spicy deck. What deck you playing?
I played Runick, Orcust, Striker.
Alright, so it's good. Just check out this deck profile.
Okay. This is what happens when you can't fall asleep and decide to build a deck at 4 a.m. because you're tired of playing the same stuff. But the Runick stuff is all pretty normal. 2 Fountain, 3 Tip, 3 Freezing, 3 Flashing, 3 Destruction, 3 Slumber, and then the 1 Dispelling. It comes up, it doesn't come up. Smiting Storm's almost equally as good, but yeah. As far as the Orcust stuff goes, Harp's back at 3, so we're going to play 3 of it now. And since we're playing 3 Harp, I don't need to brick on Gearsus. So I did drop it down to 2. You could arguably only play 1. However, I was finding that I was needing to resolve a Harp fairly often, that I wanted another name. Could have made it a Brass Bombard, but at least it's a still full combo by itself. So with that, I just played 1 of each of the other ones, because you really don't want to see them, because you're going to be drawing a lot of cards and you want to see more Runick cards. So as few as possible, you just got to manage your resources. With that, the spells and traps that go with it is 2 Return, 1 Crescendo, and 1 Foolish. I played 2 Return because this is your turn 1 play. Even though you're playing a stun deck, Crescendo doesn't do enough right now because of how much gas decks have, but being able to draw into more cards that let you get into more Runick cards or what have you is a lot stronger, and then using Crescendo once you've simplified the game state to basically just become a turn skip for your opponent is what it's here for. And then Foolish just because it's another copy of other things, as well as it being a spell which goes with the Striker stuff. I played very few Striker cards, 3 Engage, 2 Widow, 1 Cannon, and 1 Afterburner. Ultimately, this was just here to give me additional ways to like clear things. Last minute decision to bump Widow Anchor to 2 just because I was finding that I needed to get a spell in grave, and it would be easy for me to just negate my own thing to get in the grave to keep playing, which sounds like a minus, but sometimes it's what you need to do. I just didn't want to waste my 1 Widow Anchor doing that, so I put it to 2. And then you end up with 3 non-engine spots, which I played 2 Talents and 1 Called By, because Talents and Called By. The next thing I want to go over is the side deck, just because there's some things in there that make my extra deck a little different. 3 Lava Golem, unaffected monsters, non-targeting monsters, big problem. Need to be able to clear it. I play 1 Jamming Wave, primarily for the Labyrinth matchup. Having the ability to not target their Lovely or whatever can be a bit of a problem, and so being able to pop their back row and then clear the monster is really helpful. Oftentimes this just goes in for the Afterburners and vice versa. 3 of the best anti-back row card in the game, 1 of the best Blowout. And then I play 1 Runick Allure. This didn't go in today, but that's because I didn't play against any other Control or Runick decks. This primarily goes in because in a lot of those mirror matches, it becomes a matter of who can banish more of each other's cards. And this is every time a quick play spell is activated, you banish the top card of your opponent's deck. So every Runick you play, every Runick they play, Chimera, just anything that has a lot of quick plays, you can start to banish things. And then traps, I played 3 Curse Seal. There's a lot of decks that really need like their main spells to go off, and so being able to Curse Seal them and ditch one of your many spells is really strong. That or being able to turn off Cosmic, since that's most people's way of playing out of this deck, means that you can be a little bit more free with your cards. So, and then lastly, 3 Grave. Primarily this is here for Branded. If they puppet lock me and I can't do anything, then I'm just going to set this and pass. That's pretty much all it's here for. For the extra deck, we did 2 Moonin and the 1 Jerry like normal. I played the 1 Moonin not for the time effect, but because when this card's summoned, you can discard to search Allure. And so it's another way to start my plays if I already have access to Fountain and get access to this if I need to. The time effect didn't come up at all. It having 2000 defense came up once, and yeah. For the Orcust, or for I guess the Lynx, the 2 Galatea, you don't need 3 if you can just manage the 2 well and not overuse them. 1 Azalea. I was playing this before I decided to play Striker, and it's primarily because it's a dark machine, so if I have to be able to link 2 and I don't have any more Galateas and I need removal, this is what I can make after I banish the Crescendo. But what it turns into a lot more after that is that it's just more ways to clear your opponent's cards, and that's what I really focus on with this deck, is just breaking apart the board, simplifying that game state, and then Runick just wins. Because I am playing Striker cards, I do play the 1 Kagari. It's just something that I can link this into if I need to get access to Engage or any of my stuff. Again, didn't come up once, probably don't need to play it, but I'm sure the second I take it out, I will. SP, Dark. Dark became really strong since we lost Link Karibo. It made it to where Gearsuit can't make an SP on its own anymore, and so being able to go for the Dark with the token and keep going is really strong. A new addition was Unchained Abomination. I was playing Boral Sword because I wanted to be able to kill, but it almost never occurred that I needed to do so, especially since I don't have access to Link Karibo anymore. I need additional bodies that I might as well just attack with everything I have and still kill them, so playing this instead. Underworld Goddess, like I mentioned, unaffected things are scary. I don't want to deal with them. 2 Ding, because it's Orcust, and this card's just strong. It protects all of your Runick stuff. It protects your back row. It's more removal, and so you can theoretically like spot removal like 8 cards in a turn, just little by little. And then 1 Typhon, again, more spot removal.
So, any shout outs or matchups that you'd like to talk about?
I'd like to shout out the Ubel guy I played. It was a matter of who had better skill, and today it was very clear that I did.
Yeah, the Ubel player definitely made some misplays. And,
I just think Ubel's a bad deck. So.
Okay. All right, well. Don't disregard the fact that Ubel's bad deck. It's a very good deck, guys. Thank you very much. Alright, but alright, well, that's with that being said, I appreciate the deck profile, and if you guys like this content, please hit that subscribe button and like this video. It definitely helps us out in the channel as always. And this is Charles, the face of Trade Tables, signing out. Peace.